Welcome Pisces, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. I have laid out the African Tarot. I'll clarify with the Crow Tarot and finish up with the two Oracle cards. And I have the new moon in Scorpio is on November the 13th. I'm going to ask if you enjoying this reading as you're listening to please like my video, to please share this with someone who might find it useful, to comment below, as I especially love to hear your comments and your thoughts and appreciations, of course, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Let's get started, Pisces, with your overall energy. The Seven of Cups is showing you with lots of options, lots of things that at this particular moment you would enjoy doing. Not all of them are things that you know are equally beneficial. In fact, some of these things might be simply for your short-term or immediate gratification. Whatever these things are, they're as much about projections in your efforts to get some kind of reward or compensation for efforts you've made and perhaps not been felt that you were rewarded for. You may have done a lot of work or helped someone out or been through a particularly challenging time in your work or your relationships, and in those things not being as successful as you would have hoped, you're looking for some kind of something feel good, some kind of an escape, some immediate bang. And this, in many ways, is distracting you from the next steps forward, the next steps on your path, which you're definitely on, that will move you closer to the success that has ultimate long-term benefit and meaning for you. In the position of your social identity, the way others see you, is the Five of Swords. And this is about you're really attempting to change the way that you internalize the kind of comments or efforts that others make to undermine you or sabotage your successes. You let in more than is clear. You're very sensitive and very attuned to people's intention in saying sometimes superficial things that are unfair, unkind, or critical to you. You have not been given credit for your ideas or successes that others have enjoyed. And those sorts of things have very much hurt you, have wounded you. But they are, in many cases, based on your lack of confidence around your ideas, the validity of your ideas, or the willingness to negotiate for what it is you want. So you are actively changing that. You're aware that other people have not provided you with the assistance that you were deserving of. Your ideas are perfectly valid. In fact, they are powerful, and often the response you get, which appears to be dismissal, is because others perceive the power of a good idea and are anxious to utilize that or exploit that for their own ends. You're trying to be more negotiable, more strategic about how you share information. And this is something you're working on as you're putting together a plan that will advance your career, that will advance your work or your reputation or effort in the community. In the first house, your perspective, Pisces, is affected by your desire to build this new enterprise. This can be you starting your own business, a side hustle from your job. This is something that you're exploring rather than implementing absolutely at this time. This is you making the contacts, the networks, getting the ideas together, scouting the location, finding your collaborators, in order to take the skills you've developed and offer those to a wider world setting, to in an unfamiliar way, to distribute them, and you are waiting in many ways for the results of the efforts you've made to date. So someone else is perhaps promised funding, or you requested a loan or applied for some kind of funding for your business. You're waiting on that answer. Three of Wands means because of your enthusiasm, because of your vision and your inspiration, you're likely to be successful. However, it also says you don't need to wait on that one particular revenue stream potential or income, or that particular contact or collaborator who knows all the people that you feel are essential to know. You can continue to keep working even as you've made some efforts to secure the funding or the support that you need. Keep looking. You're going to find new collaborators constantly. New ideas are going to continue to grow because you're open to new ideas and inspirations. In the fourth house, the house of your history, your home, your family, another Five of Wands. And this is where it is likely that a lot of the supply or resource or funding that may be available for your enterprise is from your family, is from your foundation, from your roots, from your heritage or culture. Something perhaps you've done in the past is available, is making itself available to you to support this new enterprise or business that you're looking at starting, this new project. It's all about the way that you negotiate. And we're going back to that idea that your ideas are powerful, they're valid, they deserve support, but you've got to negotiate and you've got to network in order to find those specific PowerPoints to leverage in your efforts to find the support you're looking for. In fact, some of those people in a position to supply you would likely be collaborators, board members, advisors, lawyers, assistants of various kinds, as you put your team together to launch this project, and in helping you consider and negotiate the way in which you're going to present this idea, this new effort to the world. In the seventh house, your significant others, the Seven of Pentacles. This is the second seven you have, and sevens usually validate that you're on your path. You're looking at the way that you worked in the past, and you're not satisfied with the results you've gained. You're now looking at your investment and how to seed this project, this business appropriately so that you can maximize your rewards. You're aware that it is not about working harder because you've already done that. This is about working smarter, and key to that is your relationships, is your collaborators, is the way that you're building your team. It's not about a hierarchy or being in leadership. It's about joining with people with like interests whose values are aligned with yours in order to collectively leverage the most bang for your investment. In the first house, the Three of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords. In the second house, and the Knight of Pentacles in the third house. Yeah, you're really open to taking the steps necessary, but you are also open to being guided. You have plenty of people who would love to take your ideas, would love to hire you as part of their business and underpay you, who would love to exploit you by taking you into their organization or project and then not compensating you correctly. And I think you know better. I think you've been down this route before. Instead, you are open to building this from the ground up, laying it out, getting the advisement you need and the support, outlining the goals and the movement forward at a very basic level, even starting small, even starting slow in order to cement this collaboration in a way that's going to serve you best. You're that serious. You're certainly open to looking at those who have done what you're seeking to do and the way that they've done it. That certainly is a clue to the kinds of collaborators that, again, you're bringing onto your team. People who've done this kind of work and are excited about your ideas that could lend some advisory help. Having an advisory board is something that could help you. People that give their advice either for free or for a share in your business. There's a lot of ways to leverage the kind of advisement that you need and the conversations you need to have. This is even you attending and gaining more information or education training about what it is you want to do. The Five of Wands in the fourth house is clarified by the King of Wands in the fifth house and the Five of Wands in the sixth house. So you have 3 fives here. So there is a lot you're trying to change about this new project. You're definitely aware that you want to do it differently than the way you have experienced it in the past. You're looking at changing your collaborators, your goals, and the kind of not just education, but way that you're conferencing, meeting, and learning from each other. You want to set up healthier systems of acknowledging the skills everyone has and the ways in which each opportunity provides each member with ways to grow into or be advised by other levels of expertise. So you're not looking at everybody duplicating everyone else, but you're rather looking for people with unique sets of skills that complement one another, particularly yours, especially as you are innovating. This project is about innovating, changing, updating the way that something is done or performed. You're definitely the leader here. This is your idea, but you're not wedded to being the boss in any conventional sense. And this, in many ways, you're aware is liberating you. You're willing to claim the idea, claim the leadership, but it's as part of a collaboration. And you're very aware that that is a different way of working, a way that you believe can help others grow in ways that you were denied in your past. You don't want to repeat the hierarchical system that you have had to conform to in the past. So the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Fool card in the 8th house and the Star card in the 9th house. Absolutely beautiful. You're setting out on a new way to invest in your resources, a new way to share your resources, a new way to build wealth, prosperity, or abundance. And by stepping back from the overt role of leader, doesn't mean that you're not the boss at some level, but stepping back to a form of leadership that puts you at the top of a pyramid. You're not going there. You recognize that that is not the way that you want to grow this enterprise. You do not want to maximize or limit the kind of abundance or prosperity you can appreciate, and you know that's a way to do it, by being the boss. You're looking at innovative ways where everyone can perform at their level and be incentivized to produce more, to be more productive, to be innovative, to know that they're going to be rewarded according to their effort, rather than according to someone at the top of the line who signs the check. So this is a huge enterprise you're starting. This is you taking everything you've learned and really putting it together in a way that's going to empower you and align you with people with like skills and a desire for growth and abundance. And to provide a container where you together can work at being immensely not only prosperous, but famous, well-known. This is something that can go to the top, that can be a global brand, that can be all over the world, or whatever chosen community. It's going to take you into communities you're not even familiar with. You didn't even know had a need for your service or your product. In the Five of Swords, in the 10th house, we have the Six of Wands in the 11th and the Knight of Wands in the 12th house. You're enthusiastic beyond. You're over the moon with the way that this is coming together. Even your plan has you so excited that you're onto something new. You absolutely know that this enterprise can put you in among other innovators in your field or profession. Not only are you creating an original and much more sustainable way to work, but you are moving ultimately benefiting your profession or field with the way that you're working, and likewise becoming a part of a much larger consortium of innovative practices, businesses, or projects. This looks amazing, although my caution to you, Pisces, is that you're working for every inch. There's nothing here that is not earned by you. And all you've needed all along is a little bit of support, a little bit of help, a little bit of mentorship, a little bit of training, openness to that. And you are well on your way. As you find your collaborators, you're facilitating something that is going to grow big. I'm excited. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey card and remind you that you can like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and I pulled Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So appropriate for creative, loving, compassionate Pisces. And I'm also going to pull a language of the flowers for some additional support. I pulled the Mexican marigold, and the key word is renewal. Time to begin again, stronger and better. Thank you for your time, Pisces. Until next time, Namaste.